What's up YouTube? Madman Mike coming at you with another video of wrenches and wenches. So today I'm looking into my backup light. Since I bought the car, this side was working and this side was not, so I finally decided to get around to it and fix it. I actually fixed it a little while ago at AutoZone, so I got this pack of bulbs right here. This is what you're gonna need for your backup light. One 921. I got the long life because it'll last me longer. They have some by Sylvania that will have a brighter light, but I found that the long life, if you're just gonna have the car for a while, is probably better because it doesn't need to be super bright to let people know you're reversing. So with no more ado, let's get to it. So this particular video, you're actually not gonna need any tools, just your hands. It's gonna pop this trunk right here, and up under here, there's gonna be some thumb screws. There's gonna be one right here, and one right in here. It's gonna be the exact same on the opposite side. One right here, one right here, and one right here, and then in the center. These are gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass to get to because there's one in here. That one's kind of simple enough, but there's not a lot of room for your fingers. I recommend the easiest way is just after you break it, then you kind of flick it with your finger just to get it quickly and then try and catch it so it doesn't fall into your trunk. The second one, this is actually meant so if somebody gets locked in the trunk, they can pull this and open the trunk. So you're just gonna kind of have to get around that and turn that one. And then you've got the last one right in here. You got some wiring coming in here, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but again, once you break it, you get your finger in there, couple flicks and you'll be good to go. It's simple enough. And then this entire back panel is going to come right off the car and you can replace your backup light. We've got our 9 thumb screws out. I got my new pack of bulbs here. This whole thing comes out. They're still held in by the wires. They're part of the light assembly. Basically what we're going to do here is you're gonna kind of make sure that the screws are in a little bit so it doesn't fall on you. And then in here you got this assembly, so that's gonna turn a little bit. You're gonna want to turn it diagonally up. See how it's facing more towards the front? It should turn pretty easily, and then just kind of pull it right out. Now again, there's nothing really holding this except your hand and the screws on the other side, so you kind of got to be a little bit careful with it because it's kind of a pain in the ass at the angle that it's at. The way that this works is there's gonna be one notch here and one exactly the same on the other side. So all you need is like a pen or a screwdriver, even as I'm using a knife, something pretty simple. You're just gonna try and pop that in. So I've actually popped it out the side to deal with it a little bit better. A little bit of pressure on the wires isn't gonna be too bad. This little plastic piece surrounding the bulb will actually come out if you push in the pins there, and then the one on the other side, the whole thing will come out, which kind of makes it easier. If the bulb has been in there for a while, it might struggle with you. I find that this happens with a lot of different light bulbs. You think it's going to shatter in your fingers when pulling it out. Don't be timid with it. As I explained actually in one of my earlier videos replacing the taillight bulb with Mustang, all you got to do is just get a nice firm grip, kind of grip it by the base. Make sure that the light isn't lit up, otherwise the oil in your fingers might cause it to explode. But if it's off like this, and it doesn't matter, and I didn't disconnect the battery or anything like that, just as long as it's not lit up, you're gonna pull it out. Simple enough. Take a new one, pop that in. Doesn't have to be in any particular order. Pop that in right there. And we're gonna go ahead, try and raise this up a little bit, just enough. Finagle this in here. So we had it at an angle, so it has to go in at that angle, kind of up. Just make sure that it's up, wiggle it a little bit right and left until you feel it, and then down, and give it a nice good pull just to make sure it's in. We're gonna make sure that that's in like that. So now that we've got our new bulb in, we're gonna make sure that back plate is seated properly, and then we're gonna test it. Hit your lock button. Work. And the next step is simply you're going to take your thumb screws and put them back in. And remember, there's 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side, 3 in the middle. And once you put that in, then you are good. That's how you change out these. That is how you replace the backup light. I'm Madman Mike. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember the channel is Wrenches and Wenches. It's been cool kicking it with y'all. See you on the next one.